Ah, London. What a town. History around every corner and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube. The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Fucking hell.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is. That hurt you more than it hurt me.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that? They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. Now why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Electrical is live. Repeat. The fireworks are live.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
Bagley, is that not the detonator?
No, but it's a transmitter sending a signal to a device on the floor above us. Safe to assume that would be the detonator we're looking for.
Staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government. I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door.
Shit. Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long's this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck. They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Keep your eyes open. He must be nearby.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the destination sequence. Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa, what the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Now we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the town conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine!
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work? Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. 0 day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my God.
Explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused.
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec, terrorist group responsible for their force. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
Londoners, as Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs thanks to the deployment.
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few...
reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply do not support any other story.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think, if anything, DedSec showed their true colours. It's terrifying to think we harboured such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared, harness us with mind control, suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us, and even in death they'll sell off our bodies.
And what do you suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the truth along with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women?
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board. Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last safe house. Meet me there.
Sure.
In this episode, we're talking about CTOS 3.0, the city operating system that's now powering all of London. For those of you who need reminding, as if anyone does at this point, CTOS was first used in Chicago in 2014 and then San Francisco in 2017 before coming here to London. And every time it's been rolled out, it's been pretty much an unmitigated disaster.
For those of you who are listening who are lucky enough not to be here in London's chaotic scenes, it's worth remembering that the telecoms tower is now owned by Bloom. The tower looms over northwest London. It's always been a communications hub, acting as part of the UK's television and communications network, although there's been some secrecy around its use, and now that Bloom owns it, it's only even more secret.
Yeah, now everything that's part of Bloom's city surveillance operation is run through the telecoms tower. And I have to say, it looks completely ridiculous. It's got that silly crown thing at the top and all the blue light.
What's that even about? What does it do? I don't see that there's any purpose to that at all.
It's a blight on the skyline, if you ask me, and it's become the main point of control for millions of people. The system network and Bagley are both operated in three small cities.
And don't forget about the self-driving cars.
I thought they were running on their own.
No, CTOS is the big control system behind the car. There was a point back in the early days.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
A manual override to the secret entrance? If I get to hack some nodes later, I'm gonna geek out.
That's the kind of threat that scares me. It's practical and it's possible and he said he's not rushing enough to actually do it. Honestly. I swear, restaurants should have a kids only section. I don't just mean fast food, but like a proper restaurant. Sort of life for kids.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Vegetables has to be inflicted upon the rest of us. Hang them up in their own separate rooms. Let the rest of us enjoy our overly salty meal in bloody peace.
Look at that. Abracadabra. Oi, anyone here? Where are the lights at?
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using the optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse, they didn't understand anything. And Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea?
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
No, not that. Sabine sent me.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
There we are.
That's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
All good question, but if DedSec didn't do the bombings, who did?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this 0 Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call. Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Backley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as 0 Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Holy shit. How did you get out?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
These days, DedSec's about as well loved as a French football team. This shit is so cool, but, well, it's kind of a massive risk.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Who am I kidding? Yeah, let's do it.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit. We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Let's start with some basic strikes. Hit me. Don't be shy. That's it. You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Just like that. That's it! Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. Just like that. You're getting it.
There's only one more skill you need to master: socialization. The rest of your team has arrived. Why not go and have a chat?
Welcome to DedSec.
Brilliant. Finally found my people.
What's good, mate?
This is crazy. Still can't believe we're DedSec now. No tutorial or anything?
Whatever. I've always been more of a hands-on learner myself.
Now that you're all as thick as cyber thieves, Sabine would like to talk to you.
Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
Sure, but can't we just take all the arseholes out and ta-da! Problem solved.
I'm sure Albion's turning a tidy profit. Those cunts are treating London like a hostile takeover.
Don't forget Clan Kelly. Those vultures keep exploiting people who have nothing left to give.
Fair, but remember that this zero-day hacker group is still out there. They took out DedSec once, and it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
First order of business. The Signals Intelligence Response Service, or SIRS, or the Earl Grey Gestapo, have developed a surveillance technology called AR Reconstruction. It's the bleeding edge of privacy rights violation, and thus it could be very useful in our attempts to find Zero Day.
Today on The Upload with... Hello and welcome back to the...
No, that's not acceptable. No, tell me. It's the third time now you've done something like this.
This is the bug. Hello, resistors. It's bug time. Are you all sitting comfortably? No? Good. That's as it should be. This is the bug. I'm Andy, and joining me to analyse the latest blowflies to emerge from the corpse of a once free Britain, it's Alice.
Hello, Andy.
And today, we're going to talk to you about Albion, your friends and mine. Alice, the government has extended Albion's contract, and...
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
London is under a state of emergency. Non-essential travel is discouraged.
Robot beasts flew all around him. It was terrifying.
It's not the way we think of them.
Take a deep breath. Albion, keep the city safe. Remain indoors.
Not thinking about how screwed we'd all be if ghosts possessed technology. Like, if ghosts could travel through our Wi-Fi. If we shared
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your pirate podcast source for what they don't want. I'm Tash, and this time we're giving a special shout out from us to the boys and girls at the Signal and Intelligence Response Service, better known as SINS. Why not? They're going to be listening anyway. They're listening to everything. But don't worry, we're not going to say anything bad about a massive, unaccountable spy organisation that uses its powers to stifle dissent and shut down free speech.
Building a resistance group requires operatives with specialised skills. Technical abilities, firearms handling and physical training are all valuable. Bare-knuckle boxing rings are a good place to find people who are good at throwing punches, or taking them. By defeating each opponent in an arena, you'll have an opportunity to face its best fighter. Prove your physical superiority and they may consider joining DedSec. I'm guessing that's some sort of primate society thing.
The desire to basically say to the individual, nothing in your life matters on an individual basis. One out, part of the whole, part of the nation. The only meaning that you will find is to become part of the nation. What is a nation? A nation doesn't mean anything, right? The nation is basically just encapsulated by the leader that takes over, that claims that he, has this sort of access to the soul of the country, to the soul of the people. He never does. It's just a myth. But that's what they go for. On that basis, they take the right to control every aspect of your life. Talk to where you eat, to where you go to hang out with your friends. And what we're seeing now is a contemporary integration. It's a process where you get corporations and the state operating in tandem, basically moulded into one another. But that isn't that rare. I mean, it's exactly the same thing as in Nazi Germany. You look at the concentration camps operating in Nazi Germany, there were private companies in those camps making use of that space. Fascist weapons. Hang on. That's the way in which they track what they do. That's the way in which they track people. They manipulate each other.
Charles is an expert in the dark arts of surveillance who worked to set up democracy. Post-communism. How did it go so wrong in Britain?
You know, we're looking at all the wrong things when we look at Britain's crisis. There's a lot of concentration on data and how that's been used and manipulated. And what we haven't looked at is the power structures and the profit that lies behind this. For example, if we examine what actually happened, there's a company that's really very interested in selling passports and making it to provide visas for investment and so on. And historically, throughout the world, they've been working with this big data manipulation company in order to overthrow governments, and then suddenly all the chickens got loose. Nobody could find any receipts for what was paid for. Nobody could figure out how things were done, but everybody had a feeling.
Always surrender to Albion personnel. There will be consequences for those who fail to comply.
All units, possible suspect or suspects reported near your location. Moving to the hostiles' location. Over.
And try to achieve what it is.
No sign of the target. Over.
That's good for us. And if you add all of that up, what you end up with is a big wall moving in a big way from a lot of little buttons being pushed. But also there's this.
That's it. I'm calling off the pursuit.
The gathering of
Hey, yeah, no, I just want to tell you the story. So I was in our favourite place, and can you believe that he dropped my food all over me? Yeah, the sandwich just ran out, pretty much. Yeah, I know. So... No, absolutely not. If you've been lying, then I withdraw from the case.
We're starting to see the merger of private data and outward data held by the state into what are called social credit systems. This is where every aspect of your behaviour is monitored and totted up by a central system to sort of score you as a person, a bit like a credit card, but predicated on all of your behaviour rather than just the money you're spending. And this can have a profound impact. We're starting to see systems emerge which punish you and stop you from doing things in society based on your behaviours. And this could be as trivial as if you jaywalk, if you cross the road in the wrong place, you might lose points. If you do some community activities or help your neighbours, you might earn points. And then this can be used to sort of evaluate you as a person. And this could mean, for example, better travel privileges, being able to travel first class, or being denied from travelling first class to not being allowed to travel at all. These systems are very real and very possible because of all the data that is now held on us.
So if your ears are burning and you think someone might be watching us, you're probably right. They're watching all of us. I'm Tash and you've been listening to Fucking. Keep listening, keep sharing the show and keep it encrypted. They're watching us, but we're watching them too.
Gonna be on telly. I mean, is it like he's basically still like he knows me from 2 1 just move.
Coming up today on The Upload, we're talking about Sky Larson, the enigmatic founder of Broker Tech. Everyone knows her name, but no one knows too much about her, and we only really see her these days as a hologram. She was pretty young when she launched Broker Tech, the company that is best known for introducing Bagley to the world. Nowadays, it's hard to remember a world before Bagley.
Bagley is the most advanced, significant AI of our time, and it's really blown all the other AIs that were created out of the water. And I think that what Sky Larson's done with Bagley is absolutely incredible.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really imagine the optic without it. But what do you know about Sky Larson herself?
Not a lot, other than that she's actually pretty incredible. I've followed her work for a long time, and she's always been a pretty private person. I know that she supposedly grew up in the countryside, but there isn't actually that much more we know about her other than this tech that she's put out into the world.
I've always found it a bit creepy that she's so obsessed with this idea of transhumanism.
Why wouldn't you be? When you've got a mind as amazing as Sky's, why wouldn't you want to take what you've got and actually augment it by working with technology, by improving your physical self, changing your body and the world around you, implementing more technology to extend your life and really sort of extend human capabilities?
You sound pretty much in love with Sky Larson, I have to say.
I can't comment on that, but I am a big fan of her work. She's been one of these people that has transformed the world around us, and just watching how her mind works from afar is pretty incredible, because some of what the technology she's introduced has changed how we all live our lives, and Bagley has been this really incredible assistance to humanity as a whole. Did I ever tell you that I actually interviewed Sky Larson?
Really? I thought she never spoke to the media or anything.
So this was a long time ago, back in the day when she was a little bit more accessible, and she was one of these people that just had an amazing presence. You were inspired by her very being, and she was just incredibly talented and knowledgeable, and one of possibly the best living people I've ever met.
I'm not sure you're being too objective there. I mean, I imagine she's not very woke.
During the scan. Come with me.
Now, hold on. This got to be a mistake.
Ah, okay.
Keep your hands up.
Uh-huh. Ah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, makes sense, makes sense.
Any luck yet?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't see anything yet. Keep looking.
Yeah, I am looking still.
Scanning. Good clear. Move on.
All right, thanks.
What is wrong with you? No one pushes me around.
Right, I'm leaving.
Fuck's sake!
Non-government informer apps like Stupidity, currently is, let's call that for the sake of argument.
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
Understood, Control. Awaiting further instruction. Over.
I don't want trouble.
Control. I've lost the...
All right, you're here. Let's find the thing.
Control, we're heading back. Over.
Just about there.
I'll give you a good, honest advice.
Well, if you're not going to leave...
I've got fair odds. I'll give you good, honest advice.
And a name I can't fucking pronounce. Always keeps the curtains drawn.
Nothing wrong.
Goes in and out of his flat without
making
black
a little
brief.
money.
Wears his leather gloves in the
You think you're tough, don't you? You know why we fight here, in Slaughterhouse?
Why?
Because you're gonna be cut up like a piece of meat. You dare take on our champion, he will butcher you. I'm eager to watch.
Nothing wrong with taking a chance, making a little money.
You're just in time. Got someone all lined up for.
I can taste the tension in here. Our fighters are ready, are you? Well, you'd better be. Bets are closed and we're ready to roll.
I'm pretty much good at everything.
Let's go, G.
I jammed myself.
Oh, they're gonna feel that hitch in the morning if they wake up. Oh, that it looked like it fucking hurt. And did you see all that on the live stream? Are you watching at home, online, on the street? Are you here live to feel that?
Come on and try it, arsehole.
The blood, wherever you are, this is the most exciting thing you'll see all day. Just like a proper live highlight reel. Fucking hell, seriously, no one will be able to get up from that. I want to hear that energy, folks. I want to hear the love and the hate. Get hype. The
sorry about this, mate.
Take a look at those faces. Place your bets and strap the fuck in. An unbelievable blow. Don't know how anyone will come back from that. Oh my God! What an absolutely disgusting! Oh shit! What an absolutely disgusting blow! Fuck yes! Now here comes a bloke who knows how to have a tear-up. Fronting for his hooligan mates, he'll never let them down. Blow that chat up, folks! Our next match is gonna be a wild one!
Sign.
Now that's entertainment. And what a massive blow to our fighter. Did you all see that monster hit on the screen? Fucking hell. Oh shit! Could that be the win right there? And that's a hit! One for the record books! That's what happens when you're shit. Oh, shit, and that's a solid blow down.
You think you're hard enough? Man's gonna knock you straight.
They're getting murdered in there. But fucking wild blow, oh my god. Almost knocked their teeth right out. Oh, now that's what I'm talking about. Solid strike from a solid fighter. Both of our fighters are tired, trying to conserve energy. An absolute legend, here to spoil dreams and crush hopes. That's why you bet on the underdog.
Situation under control. Over. Suspect has been dealt with. Area is secure.
Brilliant!
Another rainy day.
Pay attention.
Alright, now let's schedule your mandatory DedSec-based tat. Just kidding. Welcome to the team.
Yes, I'm so ready to help out the cause.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, I know. Yep.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Timothy's fucking sucks.
This one was.
Yep.
Oh, shut harder.
I'm here.
In theory, the AR reconstruction should allow me to use various sources of surveillance data to rebuild past events. Access a data relay, and I can scrape all the metadata for this area. That's it. Now, let's take this autocratic wet dream for a test drive.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
It's fascinating if you ignore the fact that they're always watching us.
You're right. We definitely need this extremely cool thing I want for investigating Zero Day. Shit! For some reason I can't clone it to our servers. Alright, access the network here and let's see if we can't find out where to nick one. That's the CTOS up there. Aha! The SIRS has deployed this technology at their HQ, and I've just nabbed their manual on how to set up the system. Now, Scarpa, you can't steal their toy if they throw you in the gulag.
So how are we supposed to get this AR tech, Bagley?
The program is hosted on a server that's on the roof of SIRS HQ. All you have to do is grab the whole thing, then take it to a few high-density locations so I can recalibrate it to the DedSet network and clone my own version.
Quick question, how do I get the server off the roof?
We need to find someone with access to a cargo or construction drone that can fly it off of there. Perfect opportunity to recruit a heavy lifter to the cause, I'd say.
Right, any idea where I can find this heavy lifter, Bagley?
Well, let's put our thinking caps on, shall we? Now, who in London would have access to a construction drone? Could it be a construction worker?
Yeah, I got that, Bags.
Not so hard, was it? There's an active construction yard nearby. I dare say you'll probably be able to find a construction worker to recruit there. Here's the coordinates.
Let's call him Norris. He never tidies his bedroom, he gets up late, he listens to illegal, non-government sanctioned music, and is covertly plotting the downfall of the government and the restoration of a true democracy. Thank you.
Yeah, just define all your household chores as patriotic. And if they fail to do them, solve them.
Problem solved.
If you don't do the washing up, do you even want a clean British step?
This is the bug on the Buccaneer. Well, before we go today, Alice, let's delve into what we most miss about the old days. I'm going to kick off with the flag. I never thought I'd miss the old Union Jack, but somehow our new flag managed to be even more irritating than that. I don't know quite what it is, if it's the new colour scheme, or if it's just that it symbolises the loss of everything.
They look promising.
Hey, a construction worker. It'd be nice to have someone hands-on to join the team.
Occupation? Check. Drone? Check. This could be the one. Oh, they have a beastly drone friend. I mean, the person looks sufficient too.
Yeah, no, I did. No, I did do that. Yeah, I left it at home.
I think with someone like you, we could really make a difference. Do you want to be on the right side of history?
Are you DedSec? Oh, thank God. I need your help.
We'll do our best to help out. What's your problem?
I took a Clan Kelly loan to pay off some bills. Stupidest mistake of my life. Now, with interest, I owe triple what I borrowed, and the only way I can pay it off is by working for them. Save me from a life of being a pack animal, and I'll owe you.
All right, we'll look into it.
Yeah, no, I told you that.
Kelly will bleed our new friend dry if we don't do something. This particular construction site is a money laundering front for a Kelly chapter out of Camden Market. Any record of the debt would be stored there.
I understand. You joining us is totally awesome. Welcome to DedSec.
Brilliant. Finally found my people.
Brilliant.
Alright, hang on a second. Open your mouth.
While the drones observing your every move might make you feel like you're living in a city-shaped prison, what's bad news for society is good news for DedSec. You can hack those nosy little buggers and use them to scout ahead.
Fucking hell, the Kellys have moved in here full time. There goes a bleeding neighbourhood. When did they get this organised?
You're looking for a terminal or some kind of device that Clan Kelly would have stored the debt record.
You don't know me, but I heard we might have some mutual interests.
Alright, hold up. Are you DedSec? You should be blowing the whistle on the Army's secret deaf robot program.
What?
Seriously? How the military is replacing its soldiers with hyper-realistic robots. These robots are everywhere. They're recording everything we do all the time.
Okay.
Look, I have the whole operation figured out. Aliases, recharging depots, where they store the footage. If you're not one of them, you'll go sabotage their operation. Take them down.
Alright, I'll give it a go.
Get friendly, are ya?
Oh, cool. Fuck on, this can't be for real. Can it, Bagley?
Oh no, she's off her fucking lid for sure. Allegedly, her shadowy cabal is headquartered at a nearby Albion field office. Might be worth investigating regardless.
Alright then, let's go debunking.
You can erase all record of their debt, putting our new friend back into the black and, more importantly, out of Clan Kelly's reach.
Fantastic.
Cannabis and fentanyl together at last through the miracle of genetics.
I mean, I'll try anything once, twice if I like it, but now's not the time.
Transfer complete.
I wonder if there's more like this. You're out from under Clan Kelly's heel. Wouldn't show my face if I was you, but that goes without saying.
Wow, I must say I'm surprised. Thank you. You lot are much better than the news would have me believe.
You know, DedSec's looking for fighters, and you seem to have some fight in you. How about letting it out?
Consider me in.
You want to take a few...
Step away and rethink your life.
Blind or what?
If an Albion guard requests to see something on your person,
Surrender!
Looks like DedSec's here to cause trouble.
Control to all units. Possible hostiles near your location.
Approaching with caution, over.
Thank you.
All units force this suspect to stop.
Your source for what they don't want to know. This time we're turning our focus back on the media to look at my former employer, the GBB. As we know, the broadcasting has been through a lot of changes since the Asani government gave in to pressure from its corporate backers and privatised the corporation.
Control,
Today,
I've lost the target.
is a shadow of its former self. It's become a tool used by the government to circulate fake news and misinformation. So how did we get here? Where did it all go wrong? How can we tell when our national media has become state propaganda?
Control, we're returning to HQ, over.
Here's disinformation and media expert Chums, who's seen free broadcasters built up by journalists and torn down by Democrats all over the world.
So before the media fragment, there was this voice of authority that was trusted and worthy of trust. Then what we ended up with is a really commercial model where whether you're talking about an app on a smart device or whether you're talking
The DedSec resurgence have prompted Parliament to approve the use of lethal force for Albion contractors. CEO Nigel Cass had this to say.
DedSec terrorists will quickly find that Albion, unlike the police force of this city, is battle-tested and proven in the field.
The Prime Minister's office has called this shoot-to-kill mandate a drastic but necessary
Great timing, yeah?
London safe.
Here, your new optic.
It's like crossing the Rubicon. There's no going back to normal. Not once I'm fully in DedSec.
Normal? Normal like Albion gunning people down in the street?
I know all that. Obviously, I want to make things better, but I don't know if I can just abandon my life.
No, look. You're just making sure that the things you care about have a world to be safe in.
All right. Okay, I'm ready.
Welcome to the Resistance.
Right. Welcome aboard, etc., etc. I'll give you the speech later. Right now, we need you and your big, strong drone friend to get on top of SRS HQ and steal a server. Think you can handle that?
I'm en route.
do you think you have what it takes? Visit an Albion recruitment station today and find out. Please refrain from visiting public spaces after dark.
Charming.
The news isn't neutral, it's a battleground. Here's media researcher and academic Alfie.
The media has, of course, been perhaps the key way in which governments have controlled and influenced their populations. So, totalitarian countries have typically used huge mainstream media outlets to sell one kind of news, one kind of biased news to its population. Of course, the media has always played this kind of key role in methods of state control. I think what's happening now is perhaps even more concerning, where previously, in pre-crisis Britain, we had perhaps more diverse voices in the media, but now with the GBB, you're really only seeing one brand of news and therefore only getting one truth. So people end up with a very biased and controlled idea of the reality and world that we're actually living in. There was, of course, many concerns and many problems, but in a way there were some positive things that, like, not all information was coming from one place, and so you'd have kind of far-right media outlets developing and then left-wing media outlets developing to combat those and kind of challenge the mainstream newspapers, TV stations, radios, and make sure people were questioning the validity and truth of the information they were receiving. So one of those
is close to death right now.
All right, I'm here.
I'll highlight the server with the AR reconstruction software. It's out of reach, so you'll need to use a heavy cargo drone to steal it.
Brilliant! Shit, that's...
Watch out, there's an active shooter!
All right, I've loaded the server into your vehicle. You're good to go. Try not to drive it off a cliff, hmm?
Still can't believe I let a fucking computer talk me into this. Cheers, mate.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress. This will do. Remain in the area until I've downloaded enough data to the server. Download complete. I need a wider sample of data, so I'm pushing you the coordinates to a new location.
Watch where you're going, yes?
This is brilliant. Look at this. It's compiling data from the surveillance infrastructure. Nearby CTOS drones, civilian optics, CCTV, and then it assembles those scraps into what happened in this location 24 hours ago. Fantastic.
Data reconstruction in progress.
Alright, scraping data from optics, CTOS cameras, microphones, laptops. Say, do you reckon SRS uses this to watch people shag? Fucking hell, do they use it for anything but watching people shag?
Bagley, we've got company.
Well, shit, can you do anything to lose your new friends? Maybe invite them to a pottery night or overshare something personal. Whatever you do, just get to the last location in one piece.
Fuck it. Alright.
Transfer complete. I'm missing one last data set. Pushing you the coordinates to the location now.
SAR. Data reconstruction in progress.
Suspect.
It's still on me, Bagley.
Don't let the drones destroy the server before I'm done. Get out of the lorry and take care of them. Shoot them, throw rocks at them, destroy them psychologically with cyberbullying. Just keep them busy until the transfer's complete.
They're shooting at us!
I've got it. Now, can't lug around this server forever. We should probably wipe our prints off it anyway.
I'm listening.
I'll overload the CPUs to cause a power spike and destroy the battery unit. The electromagnetic pulse should destroy both the server and the drones. So, you know, run!
Jesus Christ. I thought I was done for.
Yes, we're all very impressed that I didn't kill you. But don't celebrate too long. New mission coming up. Found a lead that may help us unravel more about Zero Day and the bombings we ate shit for. I've picked up an encrypted signal from the Tone conference site that's been broadcasting on a loop since the night of the bombing. Go investigate. You might even get to try out that fancy new AR tech we stole. I mean, creatively shared.
Now that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium, Sage, used to say.
Bagley, what you got for me?
Some Albion guards posted here are selling pallets of high-tech weaponry to Clan Kelly at a healthy markup. I mean, sure, it's corrupt, but it hardly rises to the level of evil scheme.
Ooh, I love breaking stuff.
This is fine.
Investigating disturbance.
to sort out new accommodations in an Albion holding cell. Have London rents really gotten that bad?
They'll be fine. Come on, let's go.
Is now taking an Albion-mandated timeout. You're up.
That's a shame, but we've got a job to do.
dangerously armed and hostile. Proceed. Down. Out. Officer down. I say again, officer down.
Investigating.
Moving to investigate.
Staying down.
There are the weapons. Well, look at you. You stamped out that conspiracy so thoroughly it never existed in the first place. Shall we inform our friend?
Moving to last known position.
Control, we have a seriously injured officer.
Control, we are pursuing the target.
Going to investigate.
Any sign of the target? Anyone?
All clear. Moving on.
Received. Returning to HQ. Over.
This area is clear. Keep moving. Trespasser may have fled. I'll do a sweep.
Holigan!
What's this?
We've just hijacked the feed from an Albion prison flight. Seems these poor sods are being renditioned out the country for extreme insubordination.
Why?
I know, right? Why not just fire them? All I can tell you is that these people are off to summer school in the Seychelles for re-education.
This is Connor 12. George has full control of the plane. Connor 12, stand by. We're getting some weird readings with your onboard data. Understood. Pan, Delta 39 Pan. There's somebody else in the system.
Right, here we are. These prisoners were detained for attempting to reveal operations intelligence to external agents. Whistleblowers. Perhaps they even tried to contact DedSec. Luckily, you can reroute the plane.
Great idea, Bags.
Rerouting plane.
Plane should be landing in a few hours. I've contacted the local authorities who are less than pleased with Albion. Seems they think of human rights as rights and not legal obstacles. These Albion defectors will be welcome.
Thanks, Bags. Right, so we took out all the bad guys, but there was no conspiracy. Just parasites taking advantage of people.
Excuse me? Nah, you're wrong. The military is definitely training robots. Wait, I get it now. You fucked up and they covered their tracks. It's alright, at least I know you're not one of them. Most likely.
Hey, you know what? You're exactly the kind of person DedSec is looking for. You should join us. It's fun.
Fuck yeah, sign me up.
That is when people start to die. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines. You just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when actually there was some effort to try and stockpile some of the medicines.
What's his story, Bags?
Looks like he's a marked man. Clan Kelly put a bounty on his head.
Why?
He's an underground bare-knuckle boxer, and he's more dangerous and bloodthirsty than a mosquito with malaria. He managed to take down a mob-backed favourite in his last match. Now they're sending out an enforcer to make sure he never wins again.
Seriously? That's pretty much the definition of a sore loser. We can't let them get away with that. You got any leads on their enforcer?
Already done. The demands of being a DedSec operative are all-consuming, so taking app gigs is a good way to make some extra quid that works around your new schedule. Lots of people will pay well to have their sensitive packages handled with care. And some will even pay you for deliveries. Ha ha! Your somewhat reckless teammate has got themselves thrown in the old clink, I'm afraid. Difficult to resist oppression from behind bars. It will be a while before they're available. Pro tip, however, why not recruit a barrister to the team? I mean, no one exactly likes a barrister, but they do have their function. They should be able to shorten the jail time of imprisoned operatives.
Get through the black market, funneling funds towards criminality. And from there, we got to the situation we have now of this bit of war between criminals and security that seems to dominate what's going on out there on the streets.
Nothing shakes people's faith in capitalism quite as much as when capitalism fails to deliver. Here's underground writer and analyst Alfred, The Politics of Poverty.
I think what we've come to now is a realisation that capitalism's essentially failed. I mean, the one key promise of capitalism that it makes to its citizens is that there will be surplus, that we will have plenty, and that's the whole logic for running society in this way, that people will have enough. And now, with these kind of huge shortages of everything, you're seeing that system collapse. It hasn't delivered on its primary promise. And I think we've really reached a situation where we have to do away with capitalism entirely.
Put you in hospital. Stop! I can't take it! Give it up! Getting you nowhere!
We're being contacted by our potential recruit. Patching them through now.
I'm in your debt.
You know how you could help? Join us. Be a part of DedSec.
All right, mate. I'm in.
Free country, yeah. Look where that's got us, right?
I think with someone like you, we could really make a difference. Do you want to be on the right side of history?
Are you DedSec? Thank the Lord. I could use your help.
I can neither confirm nor deny. How about you tell me what's going on?
Clan Kelly's a bunch of psychopaths. Got someone in my ends jailed so they could use her flat for a poker ring.
That's terrible.
There's 2 ringleaders, but those jokers are too cowardly to take them on.
Police are useless these days. Don't sweat it. DedSec's got your back.
It won't hurt to try. Help a girl out now, and I promise to help you back. You hear?
Move it up. Don't ask you twice.
I've got coordinates for the 2 suspects. Scrape their optic data. That should give us more than enough to incriminate them.
Read you loud and clear.
of our private information and our metadata. What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
If you have enough personal data on somebody, you're able to predict what it is that they're going to do. You can tell what they might be passionate about, but mostly you can tell what they fear. And if you can tell what someone fears, then you can manipulate them and you can move them in particular directions. Data is collected on citizens in every possible way. Data is collected through surveillance cameras. Data is collected from television sets. They don't even necessarily need to be super smart television sets. Data is collected from voter records. It's collected from how much power do you use in your house and how much water do you use in your house. In pre-crisis Britain, we got really used to all of our services being free. Everything suddenly became free that was digital. But what people forgot is that if you're not paying for it, then you're the product being sold.
If technology brings out the worst in capitalism, capitalism brings out the worst in technology. Senior academic Alfie tells us how big business repurposes big data.
Historically, what's happened, of course, is that people have traded their privacy for their convenience as smartphones and other kinds of technology came in and became mass-consumed, mass-used items and technological objects. Gradually, people were so attracted to the affordances of these technologies that privacy kind of retreated into the background and into a state we've got now where it's essentially gone. Having this access to this data makes huge tech companies like Bloom so much more powerful.
One of the gangsters whose optic data we're looking to scrape is nearby.
It's just like it's proper bad. How can you say it's not? Spin around, bloody exhilarating. And you put a bet down, mate. I just think I could do it. How can you not agree?
For your information, I am never wrong. I'm postmodern, perfecting, I'm futuristic. I need some privacy, get the hell out my business. Talking to business, bro, I'm focused on digits. Yeah, I need hundreds of thousands of like this quick. I just wanna chill, can you chill too? Fuck it, I'm just doing what I feel to. Couple real women, couple.
Why? You wanna get out of bed? You feel so safe. What's happening? Wait, see that?
That's the target. Should be hackable.
Taking fire!
Neutralizing hostile target.
Right, I'm taking over.
Now I'm going to move in for a peek. That thicket definitely...
Shit! Switching cover!
Oh, I'm in trouble here! Ow!
That's one criminal scraped. Now let's see about their friend.
What do I do?
Both of their optics are squeaky clean. They're smart.
Damn.
Did I underestimate these goons? Is there a lesson in this about humility and... Oh, no, never mind. I've traced their comms back to a remote server. I'm still amazing.
We should look into it.
I'm moving in!
All clear here. Moving on.
Yeah, take time if a man want try me. No time. You say what when I run up on stage? I pick up the mic and it's reload time. I don't know your song, so they know mine. That's why.
Damn, it's like they just vanished.
perfect consumer.
All units, I repeat, all units. We have reports of a hostile in your area.
Features which show where populations are gathering. In-game rewards can be offered to people to take different routes. Things like that.
Negative.
Traffic
No visual
data can
suspect.
be manipulated to prevent people gathering and protesting, as has happened in some of the authoritarian regimes across the world recently. So what we're looking at is
Target
not
has
only
cleared the checkpoint,
a set
over.
of technologies which make people behave as consumers, but ones which actually can be put to use to prevent radical and disruptive behaviour in the city, which limits the power of any kind of revolutionary force.
So, if you thought you had a private life, get used to it.
In pursuit.
And we're not
I
going to
repeat,
reclaim our
we are
lives
in pursuit.
without a fight. I'm Tash, and you've been listening to Bucket keeping the resistance informed. Keep listening, keep fighting, and remember, nobody owns you but you.
We live in modern times. Drones, robots, computer control, they all have their place. But so do people. And that place is us. Because when you need help, you need the human touch. Not robots, not soldiers, just people like you. The Metropolitan Police.
Control, we are
People
pursuing the
protecting
suspects.
people.
Over.
You're listening to the bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free.
Preparing to ram
Hello,
suspect's
resistance,
vehicle.
this is the bug, keeping the fire of hope alive in the vacuum of today's Britain. Okay, fires don't burn in vacuums. It's a little bit long to bring them along.
Control, add suspect to the most wanted list. Over.
Make sure there's room at the processing centre. Over.
Right. No. Okay.
Reminder, the criminals we're investigating have a server at this location.
How about that now? Why don't you try and tell me more about your spit on that truth?
With the wrong people.
Look out! I got him!
They're raining fire on me! Give yourself up! I'm gonna destroy you! Stop hiding!
All units. Possible suspect or suspects reported near your location.
Control, we are ready to engage.
Heading to last known position. Find that suspect.
Someone hiding?
Moving in. This is a nightmare.
There it is. You can hack in from there.
I had them. Where did they go?
Transfer complete.
Negative, suspect is gone. Issue an APW.
What the hell?
You're vexing me now!
You're not going to escape. Give a minute run around, asshole. Come on, out with you.
Ready to throw it? After them!
I'm going to have a look. Suspect was there a moment ago.
You're about to get all the evidence you need to get those Clan Kelly thugs put away, tied up all nice and neat with a bow on top.
Rah! That was gangster.
You know how you could help? Join us. Be a part of DedSec.
Count me in.
Assassin, I seem to remember giving your Brotherhood the chance to leave London with what few numbers you had left. So imagine how disappointed I was to find out not one, but 2 assassins had broken their promise.
Trust me, I'm only here to get my idiot brother back. So let Lucas go. We'll leave the city and we can forget this whole thing ever happened.
I don't think so. You see, I'm not as nice as my fellow Templars, and your brother has information that I want. If you're not out of the city by the time I'm through with him, I'll find you next. Have a lovely day.
What was that?
Ah, so you caught that as well. Weird shit alert. I'm not even sure what to make of it. We'd better discuss in the safe house.
Albion dickheads all think they're above the law. And you know what? They are. But only because we let them. But, hold on.
Working a recruitment angle, are we?
Anything for the Resistance.
Then let's put that to the test. You've been activated.
Hey, what's up?
Honestly, I don't even know. This all still feels like some kind of bizarre game I'm playing.
Hey, we might wear colourful masks and we might do cool ninja shit, but I'm pretty sure this is still serious business.
I suppose I'll just have to rise to the occasion. Yeah, no, I did do that. Yeah, I left her at home. No, she's in the kitchen on the right. Yes, I did, it's in the kitchen on the... Well, if you let me finish, right. Yes.
Yo, what's up?
How should I say this? I seem to have come across some sort of ancient conflict. The recording you heard came from a strange drone flying around the city. The names of the groups in conflict are obvious enough. Assassins and Templars. But there is no record of either of them online, not even in the furthest fringes of the dark web. So, either these are LARPers with very active imaginations, or we are dealing with two groups that are older and more powerful than we can possibly imagine.
We've got to check it out.
Good idea. Connie's been helping analyse the data I pulled from the drone. I'm sure she's champing at the bit to tell you more.
Thanks, Bagley. Go on, I'm all ears.
I've been following up on the few clues we got from that recording. Assassins, Templars, this Lucas fella, and the strange drone we got the recording from. Not much to find on the first three, but that drone, it's a doozy.
What do you mean?
It wasn't made by any of the big weapons manufacturers. It's got no serial number, no identifying tags of any kind. I found a proxy to its schematics, and the design is mental. I also found enough GPS to put together a flight path. Whatever's going on here, it's big. You better find that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. Yep. No. Oh, yeah.
this right now. I think we should all just
Roll back bees. Soft up with. You will get up. Something I just gotten a lot better doing.
High on lots of medicine that they've been. I won't believe that there are no medical shortages in me. Just last week I went in with a broken arm and they suggested it might just be extreme period pain and prescribed me a drink of water and an astrology chart.
Our analysis of the drone's flight path suggests it's in the area. Have a look around.
They halved his insulin because they said there was less of him to be diabetic.
So, anyway, people, don't believe what you read or hear about there not being enough medical drugs to go around. It's not true. It's hospital hogwash, it's pharmaceutical flim-flam, it's medical mendacity.
There's the drone. I need to form a comms bridge before I can permanently access it.
Bye. What does she say?
Suspicious activity to the nearest Albion officer.
Statistics.
lines from dystopian science fiction novel. You know what I mean?
You've been activated. Is that a prospective recruit I see there?
Might be. What's up?
Shut the dirty mouth! Relax. Everything is cool. Just need to use this one.
Offenders will make excursions to essential travel only. Operation is currently restricted. Aliens here to protect you. Failure to comply with our orders is a criminal offense. Albion needs your help to keep Albion safe. If you see something,
Don't believe it. You need
have you been feeling unsafe? Albion, awaiting area crime report.
Yeah? No, I entirely understand.
Huh? No.
If you can, yeah, sure. Getting it on if you wouldn't mind, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much, yeah? Right. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, alright. Yeah, okay. No, listen. Breathe, alright? Yeah.
Operation is currently restricted. It is a crime to
Investigation. Bag and package searches are at discretion of Albion agents. All persons must comply with requests to search at any time. They need to do so with this
Hello and welcome to today's episode of The Upload.
Yeah, odd thing to do.
Enough. You're creeping me out. Ow!
That's weird.
investigation.
You're listening to The Bug.
Nibbling away on the rotting carcass of a once free Britain. Hello resistors, this is The Bug, and on today's show Alice and I will be looking at the big questions such as, are we less than 2 years away from being able to turn a sausage back into a live pig? Did we actually need polar bears anyway? What do they really do? If I put optic on my dog, can I train him to take itself for a walk and do my shopping on the way home? And is tennis real? But first, it's a question that no one's really addressed.
God, there's nothing left here. It feels wrong standing in the place where so many people died.
And the place is still crawling with security. What exactly are they guarding? They haven't even started on the restoration.
Good point. Bagley, what exactly am I looking for?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble. This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
I'm impressed it's transmitting anything at all in this condition. Where's the rest of it?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction. Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. Comrade is now taking an Albion-mandated timeout. You're up.
Bloody mercs. Alright, let's finish the mission.
What the fuck? This is it. The signal is coming from this spider-bot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Not much left of it. Why would it be here?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction.
Restricted territory.
Take this down. The tone bombing presents us with an excellent opportunity. Once we've taken full possession of the site, it gives us a good vantage point on the Thames and provides us with a cover of activity to mask some of our own higher risk activities.
Perfect. 2 more data relays to go.
Commander! On the ground, now!
Data relay and I'll have it. Just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Message received. Ha!
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? Fuck, think we'd go back for you? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Kelly? As in Clan Kelly? Why would mobsters want to bomb the city?
Looks like the Kellys supplied the bomb and were making a delivery.
Well, who was that woman they met with? You don't think she was from Zero Day?
Well, don't just stand there, keep looking.
Bagley, can you see who was controlling the spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider bot is broadcasting. And while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Fuck me sideways. The cops were watching this go down.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Brilliant. Suppose I'll just quantum tunnel through all this.
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spider bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Not a bad idea.
human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo.
Message received.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
0 day.
There, hurry. We've got other deliveries.
So you hired to supply all the targets? Got it. We're all on need to know.
Zero Day somehow got multiple organisations involved. I see.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 Day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction, but if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more.
That's something.
Tracing the Spiderbot serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
Something doesn't add up here. The cops were on the trail of the actual bombers, but nothing was announced to the public.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
How do people carry on like normal with all these bloody drones around? I keep thinking one of them will fly right into me.
That's exactly what happened to me. Did I not tell you?
That's awful. Was it an Albion drone? They're a bloody nuisance.